The following is a live special presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, anytime you can pop up there now, and or future. Good evening, morning, afternoon. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this third day of September 2025. We go back to October 5th, 1956 for Game 2 of this World Series between the New York Yankees and the Brooklyn Dodgers. The Yankees won an instant classic 3-2 in 10 if you weren't with us on Tuesday afternoon. 3 solo homers. One from Mickey Mantle, one from Hank Bauer in the 10th, and one from Moose Skowron, cult hero of the channel, which allowed the Yankees to get past Don Newcomb and the Brooklyn Dodgers. The Dodgers made the absolute cardinal sin for a playoff team in a postseason series. They couldn't hit with runners in scoring position. Now, strangely enough, in a game that pretty much tracks everything, there isn't a stat for runners in scoring position, which the Dodgers, by my count, were horrible at. When you leave on 11 runners in 9 innings, I think they left on 12 because they left on runners in the 10th as well, it just isn't going to work for you. Don Newcomb threw a 4-hitter for Brooklyn, but gave up 3 mammoth solo homers. And he gave up, I think, 30 or 32 in the regular season, and that was the Achilles heel. So the Dodgers and Yankees have an interesting paradox. The Yankees don't throw anyone the next 2 games with an earned run average under 3.5. The Yankees pitching was not very good in our regular season. In fact, their ERA was 4. The Dodgers don't need to beat Whitey Ford to win the World Series. However, the Yankees, I think, need to get all 3 wins they can from Whitey Ford. So that's the paradox. The weather is good. It is Tom Sturdivant who gets the call for New York in this one against Carl Erskine. And so that's the setup for you. It's Game 2 of the 1956 World Series, and it's next right here on Retro Sports Network. As Retro Sports Network presents the 1956 World Series today from Ebbets Field in Brooklyn, New York, it is the Brooklyn Dodgers and for the National League and the New York Yankees of the American League. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find Dave and Vinny today at Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. How you doing, Mr. Unger? Yep, there'll be some primetime games for the World Series. Jeffrey Gooderman, how are you? Did the storm clouds part after... There was no rain out. It was a real-life storm, I suppose, would be the better way to put that. Carl Erskine, I'm not sure, pitched on the channel in our 56 replay. He went 28 times. He's a 20-game winner, and his ERA nearly 2 runs better than it was in real life. He is 30. Carl Erskine. Throws a fastball at 84, a fly ball pitcher. He was 2nd in the National League in earned run average, 3rd in wins, and 12th in strikeouts. And he hasn't pitched since September 22nd. So he is on full rest. Against the Pirates in an 8-3 win, 9 innings, 145 pitches, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. He walked 4 and struck out 8. So in his regular season, 224 2/3, 166 hits, 63 runs, 60 earned, 23 homers. He's walked 50 and struck out 18. 118, because I can read. Jeffrey Goodman, by the way, if you are not familiar with him, is one of the premier Stratomatic streamers on YouTube. JT Dutch, how are you? Things are doing better than they were 24 hours ago. And Steve got hit by a trolley car on the way here. I'm assuming that you are my newest member on the Facebook group. And no, Andy's, we're all good, and hopefully things are settling in your area. Yes, things are good. Real life is fun. So the weather for this one, 64 degrees, winds blowing out left to right. It was hard in the left yesterday. And these are all day games, by the way, by default. Gil McDougald will lead off for the Yankees at short. Enos Slaughter, who might have been one of the greatest steals of all time for New York, will bat second and play left field. Mickey Mantle, who had the home run in Game 1, Triple Crown winner in the replay as well as real life, in center, goes third. Yogi Berra, who went 0 for 4 in Game 1, behind the plate, cleans up. Bill Skowron, who I think is underrated overall, at first will bat fifth. Hank Bauer, who hit the winner in Game 1 in the 10th, is in right. He'll go sixth. Billy Martin at second, batting seventh. Andy Carey at third, batting eighth. And Tom Sturdivant, not necessarily a household name today, on the mound batting ninth. And Oysk can give you 140 pitches, and that should, if he pitches well, go all the way. No changes for Brooklyn in Game 2 defensively. Sandy Amoros at left as a 6 and a 3. Duke Snyder, who was absolutely stymied by Whitey Ford in Game 1, and 8 and a 7 in center. Carl Furillo is 6 and a 10 in right. Jackie Robinson is 7 at third. Pee-wee Reese an 8 and a 7 at short. Jim Gilliam a 9 and a 6 at second. If need be, he can move to left, and Charlie Neal, like with Game 1, can play second. Gil Hodges a 10 at first. Roy Campanella a 10 and a 10 behind the plate. Erskine an 8 on the mound. All right, we'll get rid of that with a 9.77 ERA. Computers running. Thank you. Computers running the Yankees. We'll run the Dodgers. When we move to the Bronx for the next three, we'll flip it around. The Yankees only have one Whitey Ford. Yeah, I mean, the Yankees pitching... Look, they got in this replay of the World Series on Mantle and Berra, with Skowron and Bauer playing a good supportive role. They did not do it by their pitching, and their bullpen smells like yesterday's garbage. McDougald went 0 for 4, by the way, in Game 1. Erskine starts this one, a fly ball to left. Amoros going back, but he'll make the catch, and that's how this one starts. Enos Slaughter 0 for 4. He actually had multiple extra base hits down the stretch as the Yankees put away... Well, as late as 2 weeks to go in the season, it was 5 of the 8 teams within 5 games. So the Yankees have earned this pennant, their second in a row. Pitch to Slaughter is a ground ball to Gilliam. Jr. throws to first, 2 out. For Mickey Mantle, who doubled and homered in Game 1, 2 for 4 in the series, and if he continues to do that... John, how are you? John going for the home team. This really is a anti-Yankee crowd, generally, which I'm surprised because Yankee fans would tell us we live in a Yankee universe. Pitch to Mantle. There's a ground ball over the mound. Pee-wee's got it. Can't make the play. The throw is late, and Mickey's on with a single. So Pee-wee, a rare bad play, and Mantle with a 2-out single. Here's Yogi Berra. Yogi, a rare off-form game for him. He went 0 for 4 in Game 1. Oysk deals. There's a fly ball to left. Amoros should track this down. He will, and that will do. Yankees get a hit, they leave on a runner. We've played half an inning here in Brooklyn. Yankees nothing. Here come the Dodgers. And Tom Sturdivant, who is the snake. And again, Hilda and the organ is playing some Paula Abdul tonight. Tom, again, is their second best starter. 8 and 7 with a 3.71 ERA. Everyone else is well over 4. He started 17 games. He's 26. He throws a fastball at 87. And a fly ball pitcher. His last appearance came on the last Saturday of the season against the Red Sox. His last start came in a win over Baltimore on the 25th. Against Boston in New York, 2 innings, 33 pitches. He struck out 4. 157 and 2/3 tournament, kind of a Swiss Army knife of a pitcher. 136 hits, 74 runs, 65 earned, 19 homers. He walked 39 and struck out 114. Notice those 19 homers and 157 and 2/3. It may be the same problem that Don Newcomb faced in Game 1. Jim Gilliam will play second and lead off. Pee Wee Reese at short will bat second. Duke Snider, almost a Triple Crown winner in the National League, hopes to do better tonight than a 0 for 5. He'll go third in center field. Carl Furillo cleans up and right. Gil Hodges at first will bat fifth. Jackie Robinson at third will go sixth. Roy Campanella behind the plate batting seventh. Sandy Amorose, who struggled in Game 1 and left, will bat eighth. And Erskine on the mound batting ninth. Sturdivant can give you 125 pitches. Win one for the Goat Whisperer. Yep. Scotty was out there helping him take some batting practice today. And the Goats were hungry. Andy Carey a 5 at third. Gil McDougall, as we set the Yankee defense for you, a 7 and a 10 at short. Billy Martin a 6 and a 9 at second. This is, with the exception of Sturdivant, the same defense as Game 1. Bill Skowron a 6 at first. If the Yankees have a weakness defensively, it's the outfield. Enos Slaughter a 4 and a 3 in left. Mickey Mantle an 8 and a 9 in center. Hank Bauer a 6 and a 5 in right. Yogi Berra a 10 and a 9 behind the plate. Tom Sturdivant is a 2, which Jeffrey would tell you is great in Strat, but not in Action PC. With a .923 fielding percentage. Junior went 1 for 5 in Game 1. The Dodgers stranded 11 and trail in this best of 7, 1-0. Gilliam, a ground ball to his counterpart at second. That's how Game 1 started, and that's what we do with Game 2. So 1 out for Pee Wee Reese. Pee Wee walked twice in Game 1. He went 0 for 3 and struck out. Ford fanned 7. If you were to have watched that game and not been aware of the score, you would have thought that Newcomb was the better pitcher. He only allowed 4 hits through 10, but 3 of them left the yard. To third, Carey's got it on a hard hop over to Skowron. Pee Wee run in, and he is out on a bang-banger, 2 out. For Duke Snider, who is very glad to see Whitey Ford in the dugout. They had a nice chat before the game. Sturdivant from the wind. There's a base hit left center field. And the partisan throng here in Brooklyn breathes a bit of a sigh of relief. So here's Furillo. We're going to go through all the slides again like we did in Game 1. But Furillo won the batting title. He had .333 on the replay with 20 homers and 87 RBI. 1 for 4 in Game 1. A double, a walk, and a strikeout. Sturdivant from the stretch for the first time. Struck him out, and that will do. No runs, a hit, and no errors. You got some binary on the board. After 1 inning here at Ebbets, no score. So Skowron, Bauer, and Martin to face Erskine. Bill 1 for 4, but he had the game-tying home run. No, he put him up 1-0. He hit the first one. Somewhere Sean DeMarco is getting ready to go booze. Erskine deals. Right center. Back goes Snider and Furillo, and Skowron is homered again. It is 1-0 New York on Skowron's second home run of the series. This one didn't leave the yard, but it caught the fence out there in right center. And you can see the gray hairs starting to pop out on the Dodger fans as Skowron trots around the bases. My word, and they are booing for sure. Wow. Erskine in real life allowed 25 homers and 186 in a third. Poor Andy's wife is doing some Monopoly on the computer, and he's about to flip the laptop. Hank Bauer, 1 for 4. He hit the winner in the 10th last night, or on Tuesday. Erskine deals. That's in the left field, and well hit. Back goes Amoros. Off the wall. Was that a ground rule double? I believe that hit the wall, and Bauer is in the second standing. So the Yankees only had 4 hits in Game 1. They have 3 with nobody out tonight in the second inning. Here's Billy Martin, 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Steve says, Andrew, you have a monopoly on flipping that board. It's better than the finger. Martin strikes out. Erskine got him to chase 1 away. So there's all sorts of murmuring going on here in Brooklyn. Andy Carey went 0 for 3 in Game 1. Sturdivant on deck. Carey swings, popped up left side. Pee Wee towards the line at third will make the catch in foul territory. 2 out for Sturdivant. Sturdivant's actually a good hitter. He had .313 in real life with 5 RBI. And has been given a 1-0 lead here in the second. Scrabble is fun. I wouldn't want to flip that board. Then you spend the rest of the night trying to pick up the tiles. Pitch to Sturdivant. There is a line shot to Gilliam, and that will do. However, the Yankees in 13 innings, right? No, 10 and 2 is 12. 12 innings have hit 4 home runs in this series. All 4 of the Yankee runs have been solo homers, including Moose Scour in second of the series. 2 hits. We've played an inning and a half. 1-0 New York. So Hodges, Robinson, and Campanella to face Sturdivant here in the second. Gill 2 for 5 in Game 1. He doubled, drove home one of the 2 Dodger runs, and scored the other. I didn't realize you could play Stratego online. That was my dad's favorite game, to the point where my mother refused to play. Yahtzee's still one of my favorite games, Andy. Pitch to Hodges. Walked him. I haven't played Stratego in forever. Jackie Robinson, 2 for 4. The partisan throng here hoping to get a rally to going. He singled twice in Game 1, drove home Gil Hodges, walked, and struck out. There is a base hit left field in front of Slaughter. Enos should have made that play. Hodges will not go to third, and the Dodgers have something cooking here with nobody out in the second for Roy Campanella. Yeah, Yahtzee's underrated. Campy 1 for 4 in Game 1. He singled and walked. Yankees lead this one 1-0 on the solo homer from Moose Scour above the Van Heusen sign in right center. Struck him out. Campy chased a 1-2 fastball, 1 out for Amoros, who struck out all 3 times in Game 1. Whitey Ford had his number. So Hodges on second, Robinson on first. Sturdivant deals. Sandy in the right center. Mantle having to run a long way. Mickey will track it down. Hodges tags and will not go. And for with Erskine at the plate, not much of a hitter at 121 with a double, 8 for 66. The Dodgers again threatening to not produce with runners in scoring position. To third, Carey catches in on a liner, and the Dodgers strand 2. They get a hit. They have left on 3. We go to the third here in Game 2. The Yankees 1, the Dodgers nothing. So the opening 9 for Erskine. 35 pitches, 2 innings, 3 hits, the home run to Skowron, and a strikeout. Johnny Smoke brought up the point, and I don't think it's in this game, but he believes that if there was a momentum that might have swayed a few hidden roles for the Dodgers in the regular season, that they would have been gone once we made the playoff bracket. If you were to look at real life, the Yankees would be heavily favored to win the series. And if you just joined us for the World Series, in our replay, the Dodgers won 110 and were 18 games better than New York. McDougald is 0 for 1 today. That is over the mound past Gilliam into center field. Gill was going for 2, and Snyder with a good throw to second. But Gill, in effect, steals second, and that's the 4th hit. Nina Slaughter's 0 for 1. How you doing, John? To the mound, Erskine, first base side, throws to Hodges, and Slaughter is out, but McDougald moves to third. For Mickey Mantle, who's singled. Yankees win this one, they can wrap it up at home. Dodgers win this one, then we'll get all 3 at the stadium. Up the middle, base hit. McDougald will score. Mantle has an RBI single, and it's 2-0 New York. I'm frankly stunned. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you had COVID. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Yogi Berra 0 for 1. That is in the center. Or no, it's popped up, rather. No, it is in the center because I can follow a shadow. Duke Snyder makes the catch, and Mickey goes back. The other John says, don't mention it. This era was long before I hated them. Plus, where I live, I run into a ton more Yankee fans. Really? In eastern Pennsylvania? And the worst are the ones that were only fans in 2009. Oh, it's Cowboy fans. Well, do you drive up in the Poconos? Because that's pretty much a mini New York. We only remember 2009. That was a long time ago. Bill Skowron homered his first time up. He now has 2 on the series. Okay, that would make sense then. Erskine 2 out. Now trailing 2-0 here in the third. That is a pop-up left side. Robinson will make the catch, and that will do. The Yankees have left on 3. They get their first run in the series that wasn't a home run. 2 hits, no errors, and after 2.5, it's the Yankees 2, the Dodgers nothing. Glad it wasn't too bad. That sucks for the holiday weekend. I'm sorry, John. Scotty discovered the Dodgers during the '63 World Series. That would be a good one to follow. Jim Gilliam 0 for 1. Sturdivant opening 9, 41 pitches, 2 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Yeah, Mattingly was good. And, you really had to appreciate Therm, Sparky Lyle's honesty, Reggie Jackson's candy bars. Pitch to Gilliam. Struck him out. That's 3 for Sturdivant. A 1-2 fastball got him looking. Here's Pee Wee Reese. He's 0 for 1. The way that the first game and change have gone, it looks like the Dodgers, despite the 110 wins, look like a team that is a deer caught in the headlights. Pitch to Pee Wee. There's a fly ball right center. Mantle going back. Mickey will track this down. 2 out. John Ward 23 for Michael Jordan. Or Don Mattingly, whatever you'd like. Yankees won game 1 in 10. 3-2. 3 solo homers. Mantle, Skowron, and Bauer. They only got 4 hits. Don Newcomb went 10 and lost. Whitey Ford won game 1. Steve used to drive to Cleveland when the Yankees were there just to see Donnie baseball. One of Scotty's friends was a Yankee fan in the 70s. But, there were no Mariners. Duke Snider singled his first time up. 2 out here in the third. Right field, Bauer, moving over in the alley, will make the catch, and the Dodgers go in order in the third. As Yogi would say, it's getting laid off early. After 3, Yankees 2, Dodgers nothing. Yeah, this is a big one. I can't see the Dodgers doing much if they do not win this, especially with the next 2 being in New York. An actual Yankee. Oh. Midlife John loved Davy Lopes. Don Sutton, I liked. Tommy John when he was with the Dodgers. Oh, yeah, Hershiser, Bulldog, loved him. Hank Bauer doubled his first time up. Erskine starts the 4th. That is hard hit to left center. Back goes Snyder. 3-0 New York. My word. Bauer crushes his second of the series. 417 feet. You can hear the tree growing in Brooklyn now. Snyder retreated back to the wall, but just kind of really just turned and watched it go. The cat's woken up. Billy Martin is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Greg in Tirana didn't have any Yankee fans growing up. They'd have been found in Lake Ontario. Yeah, but you grew up a Red Wing fan in Maple Leaf territory. The 56 Dodgers in this replay will be turning it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you'd think game 2, the Dodgers need to show some signs of life. As we said, Martin struck out his first time up. Well, we're going to show you the Bauer homer again. Again, deer in the headlights. Down the pitch to Martin. That's in the center. Snyder will track it down and make the catch. 1 out for Carey, who's 0 for 1. Cardinals and the Pirates. But to be fair, Greg, Toronto was not a Major League Baseball market until '69. And really, did they root for the Expo in Toronto? Pitch to Carey is a walk. So here's Tom Sturdivant. He's 0 for 1. 1 out, 3-0 Yankees. They've scored 6 runs in the series, and 5 have been solo home runs. Pitch to Sturdivant. There is a base hit into right field. Farillo will pick it up. And Erskine just looks lost out there. 18 batters deep, 74 pitches, 3 1/3, 7 hits. Roger Craig starting to warm up. 2 home runs allowed. Tonight's blast, Skowron and Bauer. He has walked 1 and struck out 1. Hershiser pitched in a gem in Game 6 of John's 88 or 85 NLCS, forced a Game 7. Instead of Coleman getting hurt, Van Slyke got hurt and came back for Game 6 and penalty and gone for the duration. AAA for the Red Sox until '66, until Jack Hancock bought the team. The Toronto Maple Leafs, the baseball variety. McDougal, 1 for 2. There's a base hit, and that'll do it for Erskine. Amoroso will pick it up. carry around third. Amorose is going to uncork one. The throw to the plate, and it's 4-0 New York. So out goes Erskine. And in comes Roger Craig. Wow. Oh, both of your LCSs are going to 7. Okay. When Scotty met baseball balladeer Den Byrne, he was a Giant fan. You could agree that you could both hate the Reds. Craig in the replay was a starter with an earned run average of 308, which was 6th in the NL. He does have a one-hitter, and he'll need to go long tonight. 14-7 on the replay, a 3.08 ERA, 26 years old. The creator of the split finger throws it at 88. He last pitched on the 29th. He faced one batter on 4 pitches and got a save. His one hitter came on the 14th against the Cubs. On the 18th, he beat the Cardinals 4-3. So 228 innings for Roger, 170 pitches. Don't think his daughter is named Jenny. 83 runs, 78 earned. I'm starting to think that we are headed towards that, Andrew. 83 runs, 78 earned, 24 homers, 87 walks, and 117 strikeouts. It'll be Slaughter with 1 out, Sturdivant on second, McDougal on first. Enos is 0 for 2. Which means, Andy, the last playoff game that I won as a manager was still Game 5 of the 88 series. At Fenway. I'm jinxed. Both the Cards and the Royals were up 3-1. Ooh, Steve and Saberhagen are injured until Games 3 of the 4 World Series. Wow. Jays are down 5-1 after 3 tonight, and Shane is pitching like Justin Bieber. How you doing, David? So the pitch to Slaughter is a chopper down to first. Hodges has it, takes it to the bag himself. Everybody moves up 92 out for Mickey Mantle. Who is 2 for 2. He is singled twice and driven in a run. So Craig in relief of the absolutely shell-shocked Carl Erskine. Where was Johnny Padres? He must have been hurt. The hero of the 55 series. Mantle. Fly ball, right field. Furillo should and will make the catch. And so the Yankees are lacing up that boot and looking at the throat of the Dodgers. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. They have left on 5 after 3.5. It's 4-0 New York. So Furillo, Hodges, and Robinson to face an ebullient Tom Sturdivant. Carl 0 for 1. He fouls it off. Foul tipped, and Yogi couldn't hang on. A ball and 2 strikes. That is a line ground ball to third. Real professional. Ron Carey throws to Skowron for the out. Thought Andy was going to get that on the line, and it just dropped right in front of him. Gil Hodges walked his first time up. Oh, Padres was serving in the military. Okay. Imagine that. You are a hero, an absolute hero, and then you got to miss the next season. Hopefully he didn't enjoy too much rubber chicken on the banquet circuit. Hodges, this time is a line drive to Carey, and there's 2 out for Jackie Robinson, who singled his first time up. Posted was the heck of a coach for the Phils. He had the shortest mound visits. I swear I heard him come out with runner on first and say, throw your blanking changeup. Next pitch, changeup. 6, 4, 3. Oh, Padres. Okay. Johnny was in baseball a long time. Pitch to Jackie. There's a fly ball center field. Back goes Mantle, and Mickey will make the catch, and we are through 4. Sorry, Dodger fans. No runs, no hits, no errors. Roger Craig to take the hill here in the 5th. The Yankees 4, the Dodgers nothing. So, if I had told you the Yankees would be up 4-0 and a possible go to win both games in Brooklyn, and Yogi Berra was 0 for 6, you'd be wondering what's in my glass tonight. Pitch to Yogi is a fly ball to center. Snyder retreats, and Yogi's 0 for 3. Newcomb and Greg's replayed, pitched in 2 games, and an earned run average of 21-21. Moose Skowron homered in the 2nd. He's 1 for 2. Struck him out. Craig will bat, by the way, just because they need some innings, and Craig has retired all 4 men he's faced. Hank Bauer has a double and a home run tonight. He is 2 for 2. The Schaefer beer sign is flashing an E because the Dodgers are running on empty. Struck him out, so Craig works the splitter halfway home on a 70-degree night in Burlington. It is gorgeous. Hope you're enjoying the night game. Halfway through game 2, Yankees 4, Dodgers nothing. Well, if you joined us late or watching later on, my goodness, you would think the Yankees were the team that went 110-44 in the replay. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for New York. And the Dodgers have been held to 2 hits. Bill Skowron hit his 2nd of the series in the right center to make it 1-0 in the 2nd. Mickey Mantle an RBI single in the 3rd to make it 2-0. And then Hank Bauer hammered one into left center, to his 2nd of the series, to make it 3-0. And then Gil McDougald singled home Andy Carey to make it 4-0. So the vaunted Brooklyn pitching staff has been anything but. Carl Erskine chased after 3 1/3, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned, the 2 homers, a walk and a strikeout. Roger Craig has retired all 5 men he's faced. 78 in both Bellingham, Washington, and Dayton, Ohio. Tom Sturdivant, a 2-hitter through 4, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. It'll be Campanella, Amoros, and Craig here in the 5th. Roy struck out his first time up. Yeah, it's amazing because the Tigers' offense is good, but their pitching was not. Pitch to Roy. That is a line shot to McDougald, 1 out. For Amoros, who is 0 for 1. Struck him out. That's 4 for Sturdivant. So tomorrow is a day game. Game 3 from Yankee Stadium at noon. And then Monday at around 7 will be game number 4 from the stadium, and Tuesday's game will be a day game. Roger Craig with 2 out. They need him to pitch, and if he's pitching well, he's got to stay. Nobody on, 2 out, struck him out, Sturdivant is fan 5. The Dodgers are a team in trouble. No runs, no hits, and no errors. After 5, Yankees 4, Dodgers nothing. So Martin, Carey, and Sturdivant to face Craig here in the 6th. If you're looking for a silver lining as a Dodger fan, look no further than 1996, when the Yankees lost their first 2 at home to Atlanta and then won in 6. And I think the Dodgers lost or the Yankees, never mind. 78 was what? The Dodgers won the first two, but that was at home. So 96 was be a good example. The Yankees dropping the first two at home and then won the series. Martin 0 for 2 with the strikeout. That's into center. Snyder makes the catch for the out. I'm trying to... Someone won 2 in a row on the road in the 70s and then lost the series. But boy, you're just making it awful hard on yourself if they can't come back. Andy Carey 0 for 1. He has walked and scored in this one. There is no silver lining with the Yankees win. Hill is getting drunk and belligerent. The goats are getting angry. Atlanta tattooed the Yankees. Yeah, that's right. The first two in 96. Outscoring them 16-1. Oh, was that the 81 series? But that started in New York. Pitch to Carey. That's into right center. Snyder running over will make the catch. And there's 2 out for Sturdivant, who was 1 for 2 today with a single. No, the Dodgers lost the first 2 in the Bronx. And then took 3 of the next 4, or then swept all 3 in L.A. and then Game 6 in New York. Why did I think the 78 dot... Doesn't really matter. We know 96 is what you got to be looking at here if you're a Dodger fan. Craig deals, and Sturdivant hits a high fly ball to left. Amorose running. Is he going to get there? That's going to hook foul. And someone from Bellingham, Washington made that catch. And the count is 2-2 to Sturdivant with 2 out. And Atlanta then lost 8 straight. Yep. Dodgers won the first 2 at home and then lost. I knew that there was something about that, again. But Atlanta winning the first 2 on the road and then losing the series, that wasn't the first time, was it? Pitch to Sturdivant. That is a base hit down the line and right. Will Ferrillo got it? Stop it? He does. And Sturdivant's 2 for 3. That is a 9th hit for New York. And the first base runner allowed by Roger Craig. Gil McDougald is 2 for 3 tonight. He has singled, doubled, driven in a run, and scored. Oh, the Amorose play in left? That was at Yankee Stadium, Jeffrey, wasn't it? Certainly a World Series hero after that. Craig deals. That is a ground or liner to second. Gilliam's got it, and that will do. Yankees have left on 6. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 4-0 New York. Oh, that's right. No, I had completely forgotten about that. I will take that salt rub. Yep. The 86 Sox won the first 2 at Shea. Yeah. Can't believe I talked myself into doing that season next year. Jim Gilliam is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Sturdivant, 86 pitches, 18 batters, 5 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. I knew it happened before. I had blocked that out. Poor Mark Unger gets a rare night game from me, and it's a one-sided crap show. Yeah. Oh, thanks, JT. Pitch to Gilliam. He walks. Dodgers, that is speed. Will it matter? Not really. Pee-wee Reese is 0 for 2. This one isn't done and dusted yet, but the Dodgers need a huge spark. Oh, Scotty. Oh, it was Bill Buckner's walk-up music. Bob Marley's Bend Down Low. You know how many jokes I heard about the Red Sox moving to Manila to become the Manila Folders? Or renaming the Ted Williams tunnel, the Bill Buckner tunnel. I've heard them all before, Michael. Cardinals won the first. Oh, that's right, in Kansas City. There we go. We can talk about that instead. It should have won Game 6. Until their good friend Don Deckinger said, no, 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 no. Pitch to Pee Wee. There is a base hit left center field. Slaughter will pick it up. Gilliam on his way to third. The throw was cut off. So now those apprehensive hands that the partisan throng has been sitting on start to get busy as Duke Snyder comes to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a single tonight. People forget that Bill Buckner with the Dodgers was a 20 base stealer. Also was a good left fielder. That's true. It did go by the side of his glove, but I remember 1990 Buckner hitting, when he was pretty much going around in a walker, hitting an inside the park home run at Fenway Park. It got lost in the triangle. Pitch to Snyder. Struck him out. Boy, Duke has been served again. That is 6 for Sturdivant. Whitey struck out 7 in Game 1. Carl Furillo 0 for 2 with a K. It's only 4-0. You got to have high hopes. Pitch to Furillo 0 for 2. Ground ball to McDougal. They're going to send Gilliam home. They're going to try for 2. Martin for 1. And Furillo's going to reach. The throw is late, and the Dodgers are on the board. For Gil Hodges is 0 for 1 with a walk. Sturdivant, by the way, is at 106 pitches. Keep that in mind because the Yankees bullpen isn't good. So the Dodgers, the hands have moved from underneath the seats to now being tasted by the fans. Barrett and Sturdivant have a word. Tom from the stretch. Ground ball to third. Crowd boos. Carey's got it. Going across to Scourin. Hodges is out on a bang-banger. They do get a run on a hit, and they've left on 4. We go to the 7th of Game 2. Yankees 4, Dodgers 1. You were at the game in Montreal and Buckner injured his knee the first time. The Red Sox don't make that World Series without him. He drove in 110. Slaughter 0 for 3, 0 for 7 on the series. We'll see about how long we leave Craig in for. He has pitched exceptionally well in 2 2/3. Slaughter off the schneid, a ground ball right side, and Furillo will throw back in. Sliding into second. Ugh. Mickey Mantle is 2 for 3 today. He has singled twice, driven in a run. Buckner did have some power. Remember, that year was the year that Dwight Evans homered on the first pitch of the season. Well, why you'd use Dwight Evans as a leadoff hitter, I don't know, but John McNamara did. Pitch to Mantle. Got away from Campanella, but Slaughter doesn't move. And the count is 3-1. Pitch to Mick. Foul tipped it, and now he's worked it full off of Campy's mask. Campy gets up, walks around a bit. Home plate umpire, Al Red Sox fan, asks Roy where he is. Roy says at Toot Shores. Al says close enough. Pitch to Mickey. Struck him out. That is huge. 1 out. Craig is fan 3. Yogi Berra 0 for 3 tonight. Mitch Williams is a good example. Just one bad pitch to Joe Carter. Evans did have a good eye at the plate. And when Wade Boggs kind of went in there, it was kind of the same thing. And, yeah, Mitch's arm was just jello by the World Series. Yogi 0 for 3. Craig deals. Yogi to third. Robinson has it. Gilliam for 1. And Yogi will reach on the fielder's choice, 2 out. For Skowron, who was 1 for 3. His homer in the second, his second of the series. Steve's first year rotisserie was 86. He says, Robinson, Campanella, and Amoros after the stretch. Craig deals. Skowron in the right center. Snyder coming in and will make the catch. Stretch time 4-1 New York. Greg says in 92, the Jays hit Jeff Reardon much harder than they did Mitch Williams. I never was a Reardon fan. Jackie Robinson 1 for 2 today. He has himself a single. If you are a Dodger fan, Sturdivant's tank is about to hit E. And then we'll see if the Yankees bullpen can do what they really couldn't do all year and hold the lead. Sturdivant deals. Jackie draws a lead-off walk. By the way, October 5th will be a Friday, so Saturday would be the off day, and we'll be with you Sunday, the 7th of October, or the 1st of 3. We'll, hopefully, because you don't want this to be a sweep. Can't be 0 for 2 with a K. Robinson on first. Nobody out, bottom to 7th, 4-1 New York. Pitch to Roy. There is a fly ball left field. Slaughter going back, but will make the catch, and Jackie goes back to first. I think we're going to let Amoros hit. And that'll do it for Sturdivant. So here comes the big question mark for New York. Can Tom Morgan, who got the save in Game 1, is he going to be able to get how many of these 8 outs left? Morgan had a bad regular season. Don't let that 6-3 record fool you. His earned run average was .486. He is 26 years old. Plowboy throws a fastball at 85 plus and is a ground ball pitcher. He only had to face one batter in Game 1 to get the save. His last save before yesterday was back on August 9th. So Amoros 0 for 2 tonight, or today rather, with a strikeout. Morgan deals. There's a fly ball to right. Bauer will make the catch, and there's 2 out. We will pinch hit for Craig with a runner on. And who can hit a righty is going to be Randy Jackson. Jackson played third, or pinch hit last night. He went 0 for 1. 2 out. Robinson on first. He can't steal home. John says, look at Mitchie Poo's game log for 93. Crazy stuff. Pitched a ton. 10 saves over 3.5 weeks in 2.5 weeks in April. Wow. Main reason they started so hot, Phillies didn't hit early. Yep, I mean, there's lots of stories like that all over. Pitch to Jackson is a ground ball to third. Carey's got it over to Skowron, and Morgan is through the 7th. The Dodgers threaten but do not score. They've left on 5 in Game 2. We go to the 8th. Yankees 4, Dodgers 1. So we're going to go with, let's see. They're going to go with Don Drysdale. Drysdale, 10-1, a 9-game winning streak with an earned run average of 3. He is a baby. He is 20 years old. Fastball at 86. And a ground ball pitcher. Hasn't pitched since September 9th. He did not get a decision against the Giants in a 7-6 win. 8 1/3. 142 pitches, 7 hits, 5 runs, 2 homers. He walked 2 and struck out 1. Overall for Big D, 111 innings, 97 hits, 40 runs, 37 earned. All right. Take care, John. 10 home runs, 34 walks, and 51 strikeouts. Now, what does Don Drysdale have in common with Walt Disney, the company, not the man? Hank Bauers doubled and homered. He is 2 for 3 tonight. Struck him out. Big D got him to chase an off-speed pitch. 1 out. The Dodgers' pen has been tremendous. Billy Martin 0 for 3 with a K. Carey on deck. And if anyone should reach, then you'll wonder what they'll do with Morgan. Martin swings center field. Snyder coming in, rides a Schwinn, makes the catch, 2 out. For Andy Carey, who is 0 for 2. He has scored and walked. There's a ground ball to first. Hodges has it and can't make the play. Carey's going to reach. It skitters off of Hodges' glove. And with 2 out, there's a runner on. Let's see what the Yankees do with Morgan. I think the Yankees would love another run. And it's the top of the lineup for Brooklyn in the bottom of the inning. Gilliam, Reese, and Snyder. It'll be Bob's serve. And the E flashes again. So Morgan got 2 outs, and that's huge. Serve 304. 3 homers and 25 RBI. On the replay, he hit 274, 1 home run, and 18 RBI. So anyone want to take a crack at what Drysdale and Disney have in common? Carey on first, 2 out here in the 8th. Pitch to serve. That is past Gilliam into center field. Carey on his way to third. The throw from Snyder is obviously not in time. Serve moves up. Snyder throws it away. The Yankees score a run. Duke Snyder, who was so incredible in the regular season, uncorks a bad throw that got past Jackie Robinson, and the Yankees score again. No, they both don't hate Mickey. Here's Gil McDougall, 2 for 4 today, single, double, RBI, and a run scored. There's a chopper to third. Robinson's got it. He'll throw to Hodges, and that will do. The error is huge. Mickey McDermott will come in to pitch. After 7.5, the Yankees take advantage of the error, and they lead it 5-1. McDermott, a lefty. Maury, because we know who the father is, 27 years old, fastball at 85. No, it's a legitimate question. It wasn't a joke. 2 and 8 on the replay with a 5.03 earned run average. He hasn't pitched since the 29th. He went 6 pitches and retired the Red Sox in order in a 7-6 win at the stadium. 73 and a third for Mickey, 75 hits, 43 runs, 41 earned, 9 home runs. He has walked 42 and struck out 33, and it's his job to get all 6 outs. Gilliam is 0 for 2. He has walked and struck out. Reese and Snyder to follow. Junior will drop one down. Berra throws to Martin covering, and Gilliam's out. Billy had to make a leaping catch and hit Gilliam on the way by. 1 out. For Pee Wee Reese, Pee Wee 1 for 3. With a single, the Yankees have held the Dodgers to 3 hits. Pee Wee into center. McDougald on the grass. 2 out for Duke Snyder, who has singled and struck out. Herbie the Love Bug. And Snyder draws the walk. So that'll bring up Ferrillo, 0 for 3 tonight with an RBI and a strikeout. Carl 1 for 7 on the series. He doubled last night and scored. 2 out. Bottom of the 8th. Yankees 5, Dodgers 1. McDermott has retired 2. Ground ball to Skowron. Moose to the bag, and the Yankees are 3 outs away from winning both the games here in Brooklyn. After 8, no runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the 9th here at Ebbets Field. The Yankees 5, Dodgers 1. So Drysdale to face Slaughter, Mantle, and Berra. So the writers of Herbie the Love Bug were huge, huge fans of Don Drysdale, which is why the number on the car is 53. Slaughter will drive this one past Hodges into right field. Ferrillo can't get there. It's all the way to the wall, and Slaughter has a double. Mickey Mantle is 2 for 4 today. You walk him here. He has singled twice and driven in a run. Yeah, so that's why he was 53, because that was Don Drysdale's number. So the Yankees trying to put the dagger into this one. They'll pitch to Mantle, and Mickey draws the FBO walk anyway. They're looking. They'll let Drysdale pitch to Yogi, who is 0 for 4. But Labine is warming up in a hurry. Yeah, I didn't know that till recently. Triple G. What have you missed the past month? My golf game. So Slaughter on second, Mantle on first. And the Yankees trying to win both games here in Brooklyn. Pitch to Yogi. There is a chopper to first. What's Hodges going to do with it? Reese for 1. Back to Gill for 2. So Yogi grounds into a double play. 2 out for Skowron. Hopefully you got a good room in New York, because we'll be there tomorrow. That is true. He passed away in the same city he began his career in Montreal. Golf is such a dumb game. Don't forget, if you put your driver on eBay, you can't buy it back once you decide you want to play again. So here's Skowron. He is 1 for 4. He homered in the second. It'll be Hodges, Robinson, and Campanella in the bottom of the 9th for Brooklyn. No, he was with the Dodgers. He was a Dodger broadcaster. Poor Vin Scully had to announce his death. Pitch to Skowron. Fly ball, right center. Back goes Snyder. And it is off the wall. Slaughter scores. Skowron's in with a double. Where are you, Sean DeMarco? Your boy makes it 6-1. Wow. Did not expect this at all. Here's Bauer, 2 for 4. He has a solo homer, a double, and a run scored. And the fire department is coming to hose off the New York Yankees. They had 4 hits in Game 1 and 13 tonight. Will I be reporting this terrible postseason glitch to DK Sports? I'm stunned. I had a feeling if the Yankees had won Game 1 that it could be over. And now, Brooklyn could go through and win the next 3. But, wow. Yep, Don did work for the Expos, and so did Jackie Robinson. Pitch to Bauer. Struck him out. Drysdale shaking his head. Mickey McDermott needs 3 outs. The Yankees get a big run on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 9th here in Game 2. Yankees 6. Brooklyn 1. You can go watch RJL after this. So Hodges, Robinson, and Campanella. And what might be, unless the Dodgers can win 2 in New York, the last ever World Series game in Brooklyn. Scotty, just send a link to Dave. Just send a link. Hodges 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. 2 for 7 on the series. There's a fly ball left center. Back goes Mickey. 1 out. So 5 to tie, 6 to win. Robinson 1 for 2. He is singled and walked. McDermott trying to nail this one down. Delivers. Left center, Mantle. Last chance saloon for the... My word. So is Roy Campanella 1 for 7 on the series. 0 for 3 tonight with a strikeout. Yeah, I did not expect this. Not at all. Mickey deals. There is a ground ball to McDougal. We'll see you tomorrow for Game 3 at the stadium as the Yankees stun the Dodgers 6-1. Oh, my word. 2 hours and 55 fake minutes. Yeah, you bet Bill Skowron's the MVP. 6 runs, 13 hits, no errors, as the Yankees go up 2-0, noon tomorrow for Game 3. You're welcome, gang. They left on 9. The Dodgers held to 3 hits on a run and 2 errors, and they left on 6. Erskine, I think, didn't even have minus stuff. The nerves got to him. 3 1/3, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned, the 2 homers, a walk, and a strikeout. Roger Craig, 3 2/3, 2 hits and 3 Ks, and Drysdale had plus stuff. Sturdivant and Morgan had plus stuff. Tom 6 1/3, 3 hits, a run, it was earned, 3 walks and 6 strikeouts. Morgan 2/3 of an inning, and McDermott, who just did not pitch well in the regular season, faced 7 batters and retired 6. It'll be Sal the Barber Magley versus Don Perfect Game Larson tomorrow at noon Eastern. So there you go, Curtis. Noon Eastern for Game 3 from the big old ballpark in the Bronx. And so, until then, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. The Yankees stun the Dodgers 6-1. Good night, everybody.